to everyone. Today's topic is a very interesting topic that I'm bringing to the table today. I'm talking about protecting your heart's energy from energy vampires, from trauma, understanding the alignment of the vibrational organ in your chest. The heart is the only organ inside your body that gives a physical vibration. Now, in the molecular structure of the molecules and cells in your body, everything vibrates. The heart has the hugest vibration coming out of your body. What does that mean? Well, what it actually means is that the heart can vibrate energy. This is why people say things like having a heart-to-heart conversation, the heart, you have to love somebody with all your heart, all your might, all your soul. And so those sayings are constructed based on the fact that the heart is the most powerful vibrational organ in your body. Okay? Now, where does that apply in our day-to-day operations, our day-to-day routines, going to work, going to religious ceremonies, or the temple, or church? Where does that apply? What we're looking at is that heart. Here's a story. Let's go back. Let's go back to when your mama and your daddy conceived you. Let's go back to when you were born, your day of birth. Let's go there. Let's look at what happens. Now, I don't know about these new doctors. I have no idea about these new doctors. What I do understand is that the old doctors, what they used to do is take the baby, as soon as the baby comes out of the vagina, they would take the baby and place the baby on the chest of the mother beside the hospital bed. I know many of you guys probably done it yourself or had those things done to you when you was a child. When you came out of your mother's womb, they put the baby right there on the mother's chest. There is a reason for that. There is a spiritual significance behind this. Why does the doctors takes a newborn baby and place that baby on the chest of the mother after birth? Why? Well, one of the reasons, the main reason, is that it's a heart-to-heart connection. It's a heart-to-heart connection. What does that mean? The heart-to-heart connection, when a baby is placed on, a newborn baby is placed on the chest of a mother when it's born, is because of synchronicity. You see? It's all about synchronicity. The newborn baby heart is not in sync with anything. When the doctor lays the baby on the mother's chest, the mother heart beats, and the baby synchronizes its heartbeat with the heartbeat of its mother. It's for synchronization. But what's not spoken about is that the heart itself is a vibrational organ, is sending energy, a beat. It's like a drum. You hit on a drum, doom, 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 doom. And you ever been to a nightclub, for those who used to go to nightclubs and stuff like that, or maybe a religious ceremony, or you got these huge speakers in your home and you turn the music up and you're standing in front of the speaker, you can feel the energy of the song going through your body. And if you've ever experienced that, it's waveform vibrations. Waveform vibrations. And that's a part of healing. So when you stand in front of a speaker, especially with dealing with music, the vibration of the sound waves coming through the speaker goes through your body. It can alter your molecular structure. It really can. Now, after the synchronization of the baby with the mother from the heart-to-heart connection, it receives energy. See, the energy that it receives from the mother is celestial energy. Get into that some other time. But the reason you don't go around touching people, like hugs, handshakes. Now, I'm not saying it's not a good thing to give somebody a handshake. There's many types of different handshakes. People shake hands like this. People do it like that. People do it like this. I've even seen some handshakes where people do elbow to elbow. You know what I mean? Those are energy connection points. Okay? When you touch someone, handshake, there is a transference of energy. Transference of energy. So when you touch somebody, you shake their hand. If you're psychically aware, if you're energetically connected, what happens is you can feel what's going on inside of them simply by touching their hands. Now that's cool. Handshakes are a part of, it's a cultural expression, but I'll definitely tell people, don't shake hands with everybody, because this is how evil energies, wayward spirits, adverse energies can enter your body by a simple handshake. Another form of energy transference and I'm going to get to the point of protecting the heart's energy. But another form of energy transference is a hug. Many people love hugs. Many people do. They love hugs. Many people love to hug. When you hug, what's actually happening? What's actually happening? When you hug your significant other, when you hug other people, co-workers, friends, children, what's happening? What's taking place? What's going on there? When you hug, you're making a heart-to-heart connection. A heart-to-heart connection. So when you hug, especially as an adult, someone who's your same size, and you hug them, and you're making a heart-to-heart connection, so that person, heart, is feeling the vibrational energy. Within the vibrational energy exchange is information. There is information in the vibrations of the energy exchange when you hug somebody. So what does that mean? If you hug someone that has a wayward spirit on them, the heart becomes an open door for that spirit to come inside you. When you hug someone with a good spirit inside them, it opens the door for the energy essence of that good spirit to come inside you. You see, there is more than just the open orifices on the human body where spirits can enter. Spirits can enter through your private parts, private area. Those are open orifices. Spirits can enter through your eyes. That's why you got to be very careful what you watch and what you look at. That go for me too. Spirits can enter through your nose. Spirits can enter through your ears. And spirits can enter through your mouth. Even the pores on your skin. The pores are like lesser orifices because they open and close, just like the mouth. But spirits can travel back and forth through these open orifices. You see? And so when you hug someone and make the heart-to-heart connection, energy vampires, dark entities that's in the people that you're hugging can actually come inside you. So you have to be careful. We have to definitely, absolutely be careful on who we hug. Let's say you got this old high school friend. Well, I mean, you were kids in high school, you know, and you haven't seen them in a very long time. What happens then? What happens? Hey, now you just resort right back to the old memories of being on a high school basketball team, those old memories about, you know, the bands playing, the battle of the bands and all the games you went to. So when you see your old high school friend, you're like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Glad to see you. And you go give them a hug. Boom. Now, you don't know what that person has been going through. You don't know what type of energies and spirits that person is carrying. You haven't seen them since you were 14 years old. So being excited, which is a form of distraction, being excited about seeing someone you haven't seen in a long time, what happens? You want to give them a hug. So now you go and give somebody a hug that you know nothing energetically about. And what happens? The transference of energy. Now, perchance, this person carries a dark entity spirit in them. And you connected your heart directly to their heart with a hug. You plugged into their trauma. You plugged yourself into their energy frequency. You plugged yourself into any type of parasitic energy host that's inside that person's body. So you have to be careful. So learning how to protect your heart's vibrational energy is staying touch-free. Many of us practice many different ways of being touch-free. Solitude is one. Celibacy is another. Especially if you don't have someone you're seeing on a regular, that one person or whatnot. Celibacy is definitely one of those practices that increases your spiritual power and your spiritual ability. That's one. And two, it increases your level of discipline. As well as it is a protective mechanism from the spirits that host themselves in the bodies of the people you're dating. You know, because when you become single, you're like, okay, you might want to go date. You know, if you're a guy, you want to go date a girl. You know, you're a girl, you want to go date men. You're conversating with people, talking to people, and you decide to go date. In that dating pool, you're hugging people, you're being close to people. You know, close proximity is one of those things where, you know, certain spirits can jump across the dang on room, actually. But it's an open invitation when you touch people. So in the dating life, in the dating experience, what happens when you're dating someone and, you know, you meet them and you meet them for the date and you get a hug, you know, before you sit down at the dinner table, you give a nice warm hug. Right then and there in that split second. Demons, dark entities can jump from that person if they're on that person. Doesn't mean everybody you date is carrying or hosting a parasitic spirit. It's just the fact that there is that major possibility there. So before you start touching and heart-to-heart hugging, you ever notice some of the old people, let's go back a little bit, some of the old people, when they would hug people, they would be leaning to the side. You ever seen people do that? You ever seen people go hug people and they're leaning to the side? What that means is that these people are protecting their heart. Some of them do it consciously, some of them do it unconsciously. Okay, but that's a protective measure for protecting your heart from connecting directly. Because that chest-to-chest hug is a direct connection. So, as a remedy, I would tell people, if you're excited to see somebody you haven't seen in a long time, that's good. If you're going out on a date with someone, that's great. Just make sure when you interact and hug them, you know, lean your heart away. Lean your heart back until you're fully comfortable with that person energetically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay? That's the number one way. You know, you can hug people, but hug them and lean your heart to the side. Don't go heart to heart until you truly understand the essence, purpose of that person's energy in your life. Okay? Very important in protecting the heart's energy. Because the heart is one of those organs in the body, other than the brain, that has brain cells on it. You can do your research. The heart has brain cells on it, meaning that the heart is extremely capable of remembering. Okay? Remembering. What the heart does is it remembers how to feel about the thoughts in your head. You see? See how it works? Every thought has a feeling attached to it. Every thought does that. So when you're having a thought, even though your brain stores information about feelings, the core information about feelings is stored in the heart. The heart has brain cells on it to where it can remember how to feel about anything you're thinking. You see? Anything you're thinking, the brain remembers, the heart remembers how to feel about it. And the heart has a specific purpose of remembering emotional states. You see? So when you're seeing something, the brain say, oh, this disturbs me. The heart conceals the memory of how to feel when you're disturbed. The heart stores the memory of how to feel when you're excited. The heart stores the memory of how to feel when you really feel good. So this is why you have to protect the energy of your heart. Heart vibrational energy 101. Okay? We'll get more deep into it another time. Peace, love, prosperity to all. It's Medicine Man, and I'll see you guys soon.